So just listen to the AMA, and I see this announcement, and it's like, where do you start, right? The first question, or the second to first question, I love the guy who asked the question, because it was the question on my mind. You don't usually want, and nobody else asked because it was already questioned, or it was already answered. So why re-ask a question that was already answered when the response you're going to get is maybe he wasn't in the call earlier or whatever, right? But the question he asked was, why are we decreasing the tax when EverGrow coin isn't profitable yet? Long story short, the question was better formatted, or more properly formatted, but that was the substance of the question. Because the utilities we're at a net negative when it comes to the profitability that the utilities are bringing, or utility is bringing, right? Unless you consider EverGrow as well, alongside with the point. They don't consider that. They consider it version 1 of Luna Sky, but they also call it the beta of Luna Sky. So you also have that going on. But basically, yeah, those two aren't profitable. And what you usually don't do, especially when it comes to your holders and your investors, you want to make them as happy as possible. And what you usually don't do is take money from them when things are not great for the market, right? And another thing, so we're going to address that first, right? And I'm going to write down what I was about to say real quickly, right? So that I don't forget. So that's the question. Why do that? And the response was, well, it's the time in crypto where high tax tokens are profitable is gone. Okay. That's hearsay. And the guy said that. He didn't say it's hearsay, but he said, like, well, let's say what he said. Let's say the response. That the way that token is or crypto is moving, nobody is going to go back to high tax tokens, right? The new gen of crypto investors aren't going to do that. They're not going to want this. They're not going to want that. But at the same time, I don't want to sound ignorant when I make the statement, but it's like, who are you? What are you going off of? Are you going off of the state of the crypto industry at this time? Because right now, nobody's buying any specific type of token. What was first there? Yeah, there was altcoins, there was meme coins, and there was high reward tokens, and then there were other types of tokens. There's NFTs, and then back to meme coins, back to AI, and then it was AI, and then it was back to NFTs for a short period of time. And that's well and fair. But at the end of the day, I don't think, in my opinion, it's not based off of, and I think we can, and I think my opinion is valued because that's Sam's opinion. I didn't hear any stats that said this is what's going to happen in the future. The next generation of crypto investors are going to desire this in the future, because you can't predict the future. You can't. The meme coins that are successful, the cryptocurrencies that are successful and still able to stay at above level, is the ones that actually have utility, right? It's the ones that have utilities, that have profitability, that are profitable, that are profitable. So then we get to the statement of, we're not in a buyer's market, right? Or this is my point of view, or this is another thing I feel like. We're not in a buyer's market, so why are you hurting the investors or taking away from their pockets before we get to that buyer's market? It's in preparation. Okay. It's in preparation. But that still doesn't make sense to me, because that's kind of just like, it's kind of like when someone, you're doing work, right? You're working on your craft, right? And someone tells you to do this weird thing that's different. And it's like, okay, why are we doing this though? Because the whole thing that our workout regimen was around, let's say a trainer, the whole entire reason I chose to work out with you is because you love to do, I love that you are very, like, you offer a lot of calisthenic workouts. And then you say, we're about to go do some bench. We're about to go bench, and we're only going to lift today, right? And we're going to do 80% benching or lifting, and we're going to do 20% calisthenics, right? That's weird. Okay. And let's start off smaller, because EverGrow Coin gradually brought it down. So 60% lifting, 40% calisthenics. Okay, I'm still getting my calisthenics in, and I'm still learning my body and trying to control my own body weight instead of focusing purely on the weights. So I'm cool with this trainer. But now you're saying 80% weighted and 20% calisthenics. And I'm still struggling. I'm in a state right now that I'm struggling with the calisthenic workouts. And I haven't been doing what I needed to do. But at the same time, that pushes even more reason that we need to go back to my calisthenic workouts. Or we just need to stick to where we are now. Now, if and now the trainer's saying it's for your own good, right? It's going to help you better. I would appreciate a response from the trainer to say that we're going heavier because you actually are able to handle it. We're just going heavier now, right? That's why we're lifting, because you only weigh 140 pounds, and I'm going to have you bench pressing 160, 185. So we're really working those muscles. I went on that tangent for a while, so we're going to keep it pushing, right? So that's my biggest thing, right? Though, like, let's just cut this down real quick, because you guys don't like my long formatted videos. Usually this might be a different type of video that has a different type of engagement, but it's because of the discontinuation of BUSD. But then we're just changing to BNB in my eyes. And on the topic of rewards, I was also at the mind state that I just had to buy my EverGrow coin and just hold it, and I would get rewards. But now we're moving into a new plan as well, a new format, a new scheme that's no longer all I gotta do is just hold my EverGrow. It's now I gotta buy EverGrow and stake EverGrow. And the fact that I have to do that is kind of displeasing, because that's not what I thought from the beginning. That wasn't the reason I originally invested. And one could say, scripted, just adjust. Scripted, this is for the betterment of your investment. Scripted, this is for da-da-da-da-da. And anybody could say that to me, right? Anybody could just say that. But at the end of the day, that's not why I bought at the beginning. To start off my day, I bought you to say, all I gotta do is hold you, and I'm gonna get some BUSD accumulating in my wallet. We're lessening the amount that I'm going to be rewarded. One. And two, I have to go now to the staking pool and be taxed. And granted, 30 days and I get it back. I wouldn't have to do that if I was just able to hold it in my wallet. So there's that frustration. Right? That I didn't think when I originally bought this token that I'd ever have to go through. I thought the staking was going to be extra. So there's that as well. And I'm looking at my notes, bringing utilities together. Not going to cover that. Someone brought up a question about EverGrow making it difficult for investors to decide who to buy and split the company's cash on hand. That's a fair question. The first part is where I just it's not excusable, or it's not just like a throwaway part, but it's kind of is. If you look at other cryptocurrencies, like, and I think it's people needing to, this is why you got to watch the Scripted Legend YouTube videos. Because I don't go just on EverGrow coin. I go on every cryptocurrency. Y'all just don't watch them, bro. I have to put how it affects EverGrow just for you guys to even think about clicking on it. But you have BitTorrent with Tron. You have BNB's other tokens within the BNB ecosystem. You have Ethereum. Ethereum is a bunch of tokens in their ecosystem that people don't even realize. You have Shiba, who has tokens in their ecosystem, but everybody knows at the end of the day that those tokens don't offer you the same type of revenue, though. They don't offer you the same type of value that these other tokens can offer you, which is important. Or that, so that's where that conversation is unneeded. When you get to the splitting cash on hand part, I don't think they're actually taking money to support EverGrow. I think EverGrow is kind of just, they've done what they needed to do. So the money that they did remove to create EverGrow is done. And the marketing that EverGrow will receive is through their utilization on other platforms, if that makes sense. That's their marketing. Like, EverGrow is a utility token, and EverGrow coin, as Sam, or EverGrow as Sam stated, is supposed to be. I'm gonna listen to the AMA again, probably like 2 more times or 3 more times, because the times that I've listened to it, I still am trying to wrap my head around it. But I've talked long enough on this video, bro. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this thing here. We're going to cut it and end it here. All in all, I'm not selling my investment. And if you see how EverGrow coin is reacting to this news, 1 second. I know this isn't the token y'all want to see. Just give me a second. EverGrow. Boom. So they're down 5%, and the trading volume is peaking, but for the wrong reasons. And I honestly believe it's because, A, people were trying to buy the news and sell the news, right? And then the news was delayed. The news was delayed. And what frustrates me about that part is it was stated. So I understand how it happened, but it's still frustrating how it happened, because it was a means of, they said that they already knew what they were going to do. But then they said that because Binance said they increased the due date, that kind of put the team in like, oh, okay, well, we know what we're going to do. Here's 48, like in 48 hours, we're going to tell you what we're going to do. And then but in the behind the scenes, what they didn't tweet out is we're going to meet amongst each other and talk, or the team is going to meet and talk about everything, like making sure they're all on the same page so that everybody can talk to the community and articulate like accurately what's going to happen. And it was like, but it's so hard to get the team to meet up. But it's like, well, you're telling me that, but it's like, well, then don't tell me it's going to be 48 hours if you know the team's going to take a little longer to come together. I'm not being a jerk. I'm not trying to be a jerk at all in this video. I'm trying to speak from the lens of an investor who invested at the beginning of EverGrow coin, and this is what I believed. I did not believe that the tax was going to go down in the bad times of crypto, or in bear markets, or in a period where we had no utility. And now we only have we had only $10,000 in trading volume, and we 1.8% in rewards being distributed, or 8% of transactions being distributed to all the holders. Then it got down to 4%. Then now it's down to 1%. I did not see that. I did not foresee that coming before the next Bitcoin halving period. So I feel like I'm being very respectful, as well as sharing how I really truly feel, because I am someone that has, y'all know, if you know, all you gotta do is check out my oldest videos and you'll see I was talking about EverGrow coin basically 2 months after it launched. And I believe in EverGrow coin. And I understand the reasoning. I just respectfully disagree with the reasoning. And it's one of those scenarios where it's like, I disagree, and respectfully we'll see. We'll respectfully see. I'm not trying to bash EverGrow coin right now or say that they're a bad investment right now. I'm just an investor sharing my honest opinion, because I also have that duty to my community. I have the duty to my YouTube community to be honest with them. Because if I'm not honest about this scenario, how can they expect me to be honest when I'm talking about another currency? And I'm honest with them when I talk about other currencies. So I can't show EverGrow coin some type of favoritism all because they're the token that really got me to one. Like they got me this platform, right? But at the same time, you might have helped me get here. In my opinion, it's God that blessed me. And he used EverGrow coin as a vessel. And at the same time, and God tells me to be honest. So I'm just trying to be honest right now. All right? Don't want to bring him up and say that God told me to say this. I'm saying God told me to be honest about how I feel and speak the truth. So either y'all wasn't going to get a video from me or this video is going to be made and you're seeing it now for your two ears to hear and your 2 eyes to see. I was going to say a joke about smelling, but I understand, because when the next Bitcoin halving period happens, it would be, you could market to a different market, or yeah, you could market to a different market, different capabilities now that EverGrow coin has, or the capabilities that EverGrow has, like the utilities they offer. Now those utilities do reward holders, and now there's no tax, and it's less Ponzi scheme-ish, and you give the fudders less room to operate. But as the final question was asked, or one of the final questions was asked, can we get a utility though, so that we can combat the FUD? Because what we see, what we care about at the end, like, we cared about our rewards, but the fudders are also saying, like, a lot of people in the media really state this about crypto as a whole. What utility do you offer? Like, Shiba, y'all don't have nothing yet. You just have devs telling y'all gonna have something. Everybody else that's not Bitcoin, Ethereum, and slight jab thrown at Ethereum, but at the same time, Ethereum does have utility. They have a massive ecosystem. They have a massive amount of value locked in their token. So they have utility. And EverGrow coin's biggest question is the utility question. The holders don't really care about that rewards stuff when it comes to how fudders talk about it. And that can easily be regressed during Bitcoin halving when we have massive volume, and it's like, oh, okay, well, we have 1 million, our volume, like our percentage is down, our rewards percentage is cut down drastically, but our volume is also up drastically, and we also have utilities now, so it cancels itself out. But the guy asked, can we get a utility out before the end of the year? Unknown. So probably someone's gonna DM me. If Paul DMs me, I'm sorry, Paul. We can chat and you can explain to me in further detail about your path. Let me just state this though, for video purposes and people's purposes. What am I doing? I'm not selling and I'm not buying. That's where I'm at. I'm not selling and I'm not buying. That's where I'm at. I still want to see. I believe EverGrow coin is going to go up and be and like their market cap is going to be really profitable in the next Bitcoin halving period. But my sentiment, even though I said everything I said at the beginning of this video, the biggest question on if EverGrow coin is going to succeed or not is going to be based off of the value of those utilities. How efficient they are, how much revenue they generate, how much security do they bring to my investment. That's going to be the question on if I continue holding or if I believe that EverGrow coin isn't the best investment at that point in time. And Bitcoin halving period gives everybody a fair opportunity to prove if their products are revenue generators, long-term and efficient, so long-term money generators or not. I also, and there's, okay, so there's, this video is going longer, way longer than I thought, and I'm sorry, guys. If you're still watching this video, comment 20, just let me know that you're still watching, bro. Some people are saying that why don't we increase or why don't we up the sales tax? That's nah. I agree with Sam right there. Nah, that's not right. That's not right at all. That's not right at all. That's not right at all. Now, what I would have liked better, an idea I would have liked better is, what if we keep the same sell and buy tax, and then say, I would have taken, now this could have been used as fuzz, so that's fair. 1% to rewards or 2% to rewards, but 3%, 4% to operations and marketing. Because then it's like, okay, we really building for the future type deal. We're really, sorry, something happened. But we're really building to the future. We're really building to the future now. But we just dropped this thing down to 2%. We'll see. Everybody, we will see. If you are watching this video all the way now, or still watching this video, I really do appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate y'all. I love you all. I'm not buying. I'm not selling. I have to see how things move. If EverGrow coin drops a little further, like if they drop down to like, let's say 702, you'll probably see that, or you'll probably hear that I bought. If they drop down to like further, like 8, they get down to 8 zeros. Excuse me. It'll be probably a scenario where I buy, for real. But where the price is at now, which is basically where it was at, where the news was announced or whatever, I'm just gonna see. I'm gonna wait and see, right? I'm gonna just be patient. I'm gonna be patient. I'm not rushing anything. I'm not gonna rush anything. I'm just gonna wait and see and just view things. Bitcoin just hit 39K, and it's about to hit. It's close to hitting 40K. And the last time it hit 40K was back on April 25th of 2022. So, like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And the trading volume is up 30%. So, yeah. I like the state of crypto. I just want to watch how this cryptocurrency is going to move now after this news is being made, right? Because this is a scary time for a lot of investors in EverGrow coin. And I'm not trying to push people to sell or buy. I'm just trying to give people my honest opinion as someone that everybody else knows, as someone that's held EverGrow coin for a long time and is knowledgeable in the crypto industry. I also do agree with Sam on this one point. If EverGrow coin did sell, not sell. If EverGrow coin did, or EverGrow, my fault. If EverGrow did change their webpage and stuff back to the old days, yeah, I would have sold. But yeah, see y'all at the next video, because there will be more. Peace.